Have you ever hooked into a switch? If you're doing building automation at some point, you're going to. So I just want to go over some basic concepts here. We have a couple different styles of switches here. Up here in the top left is an unmanaged switch. What that means is that each one of these ports, you don't have to do anything to make those work. You'll see this in a control cabinet where you have multiple backnet routers. You just want to get them on the same subnet and you want them to be able to talk through the switch, not have to do anything with these ports. Down here in the bottom right is to pick more of a commercial switch. So when you go into a commercial building, there could be multiple 48 port switches, and these are managed switches. There could be thousands of wires. IT has to get in and set up each one of these ports in order for it to function. You don't just go into that IT closet and just plug into some open ports. It's a bad idea. So what they can do is here, let's say this side is segregated out. This is the building local area network. This is where the finances reside. You say, hey, I need a couple ports. They segregate out a couple ports. They put them on a VLAN or virtual local area network. And what it does is it keeps these ports from being able to access these ports. So the building automation side can't get to this side. The only way they could is if you went through a router. They're not going to do that. It's just showing you that this is a completely managed switch and they have complete control over this. Once you get this all set up, your building automation is all programmed. In the past, for you to access it remotely, they would have gave you VPN software. You'd use these login credentials and password, and it gives you a VPN, which is a virtual private network. It's an encrypted connection, and it makes this network think your computer's on site. Those are getting more and more looked down upon, just a regular VPN connection, because places have been hacked through old VPN connections that nobody shut off. I do have a building where I have VPN connection, and what they do is at the end of every day, they kill that connection. So if I need to get connected, I have to call somebody to get that connection turned on. And then I can use my login credentials and get in. And at the end of the day, at say 4 o'clock, they kill that connection. So it's a way for them to do multi-factor authentication to know that it's me trying to get into that network instead of leaving that VPN on all the time. Another way to do VPN is with the TOSI box where you use a key. Other options outside of VPN would be a Neve or this dynamic update client. I do have a place that has this dynamic update client. And what it's doing is it's changing the IP address consistently and then updating it in this DNS server, so domain name server. And then you have to have special software to access that building. IT has multiple options to protect this side, and they're going to. It's their job. So you have to work with them to figure out what's the best option so you can access that building automation. Say you're 2 hours away. It's just better for you to be able to access it, be able to change that programming, but they still need the network to be secure. So IT is going to be concerned about that.